Some of you have a different left and right than most of us. Keep moving those staggering. Face us all the time. Hatred faces with clock's moving. It's down to 6. Keep moving. Down to 5. Turn toward me, coughing, choking. Coughing. Down to 2. 1. And go for it. Salute one more time, will you? Just want to be sure I did not imagine that. Here we go. We have some.
You gotta be kidding me. We're in the middle of a tour. Laurie, just go around behind. We'll be able to go behind. Okay, well, folks, it looks like we're going inside the spaceship. So if we all stay seated and keep calm, maybe I can talk our way out of this. But keep your cameras handy, because we might need the pictures for evidence. It's kind of dark in here. I can just figure out who's in charge. Maybe it's this guy with the glowing...
I am the Imperious leader, and you are now under my control.
Well, what are you going to do with us?
You will be vaporized in 30 centons. Centurion, activate the death beams.
Death beams activated.
Death beams? Well, we didn't do anything.
Silence, humans. Escape is impossible.
Unauthorized entry.
Who dares defy the Imperious leader?
Captain Apollo. Origin. Battlestar Galatica.
Captain Apollo. Terminate him and destroy these humans before.
In the name of the Federation, I demand the release of the human.
Apollo, you will not leave this ship alive. Annihilate him. Stop him. You will not escape. You and these humans will not.
50 times a day. It's made out of a non-flammable material, but the flames are real. They're produced by butane gas jets behind the windows and doorways.
Folks, if you're in Wayne Group, please come back out here into the gray line. Everybody gather in this area. Let's tell you about a few things in this area before we continue on. We're going to be joined by another group for our journey through the special effects stage. For those of you that were in the second, third,
Such as anything as small as a paper clip or a pencil to something as large as a grand piano. Look around, there's lots of interesting things in here. On the driver's side of the tram, you see some of our sound stages, Soundstage 36 and 37. Last year, Soundstage 37 was the home of the American Gladiators. And then we take it down or strike it as soon as we're done, so it's fresh for the next film crew. On the driver's side of the tram, that white building with the black shutters is the home to Tim Reed and Daphne Maxwell Reed in the Viacom television series, Snoops. Well, this street has seen a lot of famous people. Not too long ago, Michael Jackson with a green railing That was where Diana Ross scrubbed the steps as Billie Holiday in Lady Sings the Blues. And on my side of the tram, number 122 was the home. Twin brother Danny DeVito and Twins, well, that was filmed in there. Well, coming up right ahead of us on the driver's side of the tram will be one of the DeLoreans, actually two of them, that were used in Back to the Future Part 2. Speaking of Back to the Future, we're going to take that trip now. If you remember, in the first movie, this was the very same street that Michael J. Fox drove his DeLorean down to connect with the lightning bolt that would send him back to 1985. But if it looks a little different, that's because now we're in the year 2015. If you look just ahead of us on the driver's side of the tram, you see a Texaco station elevated 15 feet off the ground. That's because in the year 2015, cars fly. Soda shop. In 1985, it was an aerobic studio. But to see what the Cafe 80s is in the year 2015, well, you'll have to see the movie. If you look on the driver's side of the tram, it sent Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly back to 1985. Well, it looks a little different, too, because in 1955, it was a grassy park. And then in 1985, when all the stores in this area moved out to the Lone Pine Mall, they paved it over and made it a nice big pond with a grassy area to the left. Of course, there are 75 underground stores. If you look just to the right of the clock tower chimes, we're going to cross New York Street once again, and I told you our back lot was where we do the bulk of our exterior shooting. But sometimes it's necessary to build an exterior set inside of a soundstage so we can control. News update on the television. You might want to watch that.
Latest word just in. The path of destruction continues east, causing thousands to flee their homes. Police admit they are powerless to stop the invasion east. Military units are rushing to the scene. Ministers last sighted in the
on the bed of the lake, and the only moving part is the red paddle wheel in the back. But this watery area right in front of it was the entire Pacific Ocean for McHale's Navy, starring Ernest Borgnine and Tim Conway. Of course, rumor has it that there are still some underwater mines left in this area, but that was back in the 1960s, so it's really not very... Well, that was kind of weak, but I think it worked. Yes, folks, we have parted the waters here at Universal Studios. This is not actually the way the waters were parted in either Ten Commandments films from Cecil B. DeMille, but in the 1923 silent version, he took a frozen block of gelatin, split it down the center, and separated it, then melted it back together, and then by reversing the film, it made it look as if the Red Sea was parting. Now, as we pass through the Red Sea, I will have to insist that you remain seated. Live, starring Chevy Chase. You've just reached the island of Bora Bora, home of the television series Tales of the Gold Monkey, but if you look off on the driver's side of the tram up on the hill, you see the House from Weird Science, starring Michael Anthony Hall and Kelly LeBrock. You'll notice it has a really interesting things in here. If you look over on the driver's side, you can see some of the lights that are still left in the area. This is what's called a hot set, which simply means that it's left so it's ready for filming. They just have to walk in after their Christmas vacation and start to film again. You see some more subway tracks over there, and you see those staircases. They lead right up to the upper level, which looks like a San Francisco street. So they just follow it. Wait a minute. Folks, that's just one of our California tremors. If you all stay seated and keep calm, I think we'll ride it out. Maybe it's a little more serious than I thought, but... the roof is falling down back there. What's that noise? Oh no, on the driver's side of the tram, that sounds like a subway car. Somebody better stop it. Oh no! Well, folks, I think that was the worst of it. Heading to the area. Wait a minute, that's George doing out on the lake. Been out in the middle of the lake. I'm George! Hey, George! George! Oh, I can't bear to look.
Oh no, help, help, help!
Well, folks, if you watch the yellow buoy in the middle of the lake, there's some bait attached to a hook right out there. And we'll see if we're the first ones to catch the shark today. Oh, there it goes. Oh no, he's got us too! Everybody hang on! Oh no, it's Jaws! The ladder to look in the windows at the girls changing. The next house on the driver's side with the brick foundation was Jimmy Stewart's house in the movie Harvey. And the next house, the gray one, number 107, that was 1313 Mockingbird Lane from the Munsters. The yellow house with the stone front on the driver's side is the McCullough family home from the New Lassie. And the next house with the large porch right here on the driver's side was James Garner and Doris Day's house in the thrill of it all. You remember he drove his car through that carport and off into the pool in the backyard. Well, there's no backyard there. We actually did it on a soundstage to create a cul-de-sac. That was Gail Gordon's home. This was Henry Gibson's home, the yellow one. We actually blew it up at the end of the film and then rebuilt it so we could use it for other projects. This next house, number 106 on the driver's side, was Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher's home. But Tom Hanks, along with Dan Aykroyd, paid a visit to that very same house in another movie. You can take your picture now, you get the very same angle that Alfred Hitchcock did in the movie. Open the door and walk through, you'll end up on the other side of the motel. But a very interesting piece of trivia, when they had to film the scene where Janet Leigh was about to be stabbed and they needed a real shocked look on her face, well, Alfred Hitchcock is notorious. Some close-up footage where they could control the flow of the water, so they built that backdrop here. If you look just to the right of the backdrop, you see a big black machine. That's a wave machine, so we can control the water. And just to the left of that, you see a garage and a gas station. Well, those are part of the permanent 12,000 feet to be exact. And I don't know about you, but it's getting a little chilly. Patricia told me earlier we forgot our chains, so we can't head up that hill. It's just not safe. So we're going through this tunnel, but I must ask you to remain as quiet as possible because there have been rumors of avalanche in the area. Of course, we don't need to worry unless the danger sign is flashing. Uh-oh. Well, everybody be as quiet as possible. We're doing okay so far. Just keep quiet. Oh, I didn't cause that, did I? Oh no, everyone hang on. Studios in the distance, Coma, Warner Brothers, and Columbia Pictures. Well, folks, this brings an end to the guided portion of your tour, but it's not the end of your day. Oh no, there's plenty of magic left in the entertainment center with our live shows, which include the Western Stunt Show. We're real. What do you think of that?
I think it sounds a little boring, but oh well.
Well, I'm glad you think so, Heather. I had a swell time.
Council, once again, the 5:35 9-to-5 Act Spectacular Show has been canceled. The next show in the park you might want to see is the 505 Animal Actors Stage Show. And this show is located.
There he shall stay. And so it was. An age of mystical wizards and courageous warriors. It was a wondrous time. The age of swords and sorcery.
You do the honors this evening. You throw the punches.
I intend to.
Bob, you can receive them.
I don't want to.
Get over there.
Yes, I will. Yes, sir.
Now, you'll notice as Bill's fist goes by the man's face, Bob will snap his head to one side. Another punch we like to use, one to the midsection or stomach punch, that's delivered in this manner. Bill approaches his target, he will pull that punch or bounce it off.
What?
I'll bust your head. Come on. Come on. Do it.